Hello, everybody. We are live, and it is time for Manchester United versus Arsenal live in New York. And it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm not used to watching football at this time at night. So let's crack open a beer and get on with it, eh? I've got a minute till the players come out, I reckon. It said it's supposed to be kicking off in literally a second. But they're not on the pitch yet, so who knows? So one of the biggest stories that's come out about this game is that Onana isn't playing despite having a training session with Manchester United like literally yesterday, and people thought that he would be present for it, that he would be that he'd start in goal and that he'd at least play 45 minutes. But to be honest, like he has only had one training session. With every other type of player, you wouldn't have him playing in this game. So, it kind of makes sense. All right, all right. I wonder what the split is between Manchester United fans in the stadium and Arsenal fans. Because I can imagine that. Hey, you're right, Tom. I can imagine that actually there's quite a lot of Arsenal fans in New York now because let's face it, there's no real loyalties in New York, and Arsenal did amazing last year. So I can imagine there's quite a few like newborn Arsenal fans in there. Cheers. Right. I hate all this protracted start. Like, just get on with it. Let's get the players out. Let's get them going. Score prediction. Oh Lord, I'm gonna say 3-1 Arsenal. I'm not. Apparently, kickoff is 8 minutes past the hour. What? Like, what are Americans on? But yeah. So score prediction. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal, just because I don't think we're going to win. I'm a United fan. I really don't think United are going to win. But remember, it's pre-season. It's not about winning. It's about the minutes you get under your legs, the style of football that you play, and most importantly, making lots of money and having marketing opportunities. That's what pre-season is now. So yeah, 3-1. You know what? I think we're playing a strong side as well, though. I don't think we're playing a necessarily bad side. Let me get the lineup up. Who've we got, eh? Obviously, the big one is that Onana isn't playing. But Heaton, people forget, was a long time decent number one in the Premier League. He can play. Martinez and Varane both at centre back. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. That's a decent back four. Mount, Fernandes, and Mainu. If Mainu's in Eric Ten Hag's plans for the rest of the season, that's a decent midfield. And Garnacho, Sancho, and Anthony, on paper, that's a really good attack. It's just unfortunate that Sancho's just not playing like he should. Yeah, I think Mainu has surprised a lot of people because it's really hard, I think, to impress people in that role. Like in a CDM role, it's really hard to like show yourself as a great player. It's just because you have to do all the little things. You have to, sweep the ball up, take the ball from the defense and transition it. It's like it's hard to show out in that role. Oh no, because we've not got Rashford playing, we've not got Casemiro playing. Who else is on the bench? Uh, to be honest, I don't think I'd put anybody else in though. I reckon it's only Casemiro and Rashford there. Obviously, Onana isn't even on the bench. Isn't He's only had one training session, hasn't he? So, what is this music that they're playing? They've really got to like butter up the dramatics, haven't they, America? I think the only questionable one with that is Heaton and Sancho. I think Kobe Mainu could start in the Premier League this season. You have to remember with Casemiro's now track record with bloody red cards and all of that, and also he's getting older. He won't start much. No, Casemiro will start, but as a backup at CDM to an aging Casemiro, I think he'll start a few games. Like it's a 38 game season, isn't it? So I can't imagine Casemiro will start them all. We can't keep doing that to our players. Our players get battered every single season just because they constantly play. It's like Fernandez plays every game, and yeah, he's Mr. Football. He loves it, but at some point, it's going to take a toll on his body. What do you reckon Tom Heaton's thinking with uh, Onana coming in? Like, obviously being the backup to De Gea last year, but then them bringing in a loney goalkeeper. Do you reckon he's like truly clocked out? Like he's like, I know I am not a number one goalkeeper anymore. Like I know I'm not going to play. My job's basically now as a goalkeeper coach, as a goalkeeper mate. You know, I guess goalkeepers get to that point, but also goalkeepers' careers last a whole lot longer than usual players. So surely he can still play properly. I wonder how many top goalkeepers will start doing the now Ben Foster route and going down the leagues to continue playing into their old age. Oh, did you? To be fair, this is probably the second biggest game that's been played in America for the past 2 days because Messi's. Oh yeah, Ben Foster's gone for the YouTube and the clips and getting in with Ryan Reynolds, and all look to him. I love Ben Foster. I think he's great. Um, uh, but yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, did you see Messi's last minute winner last night in Miami? Jesus. Like it just proves that he can still play. Like if you saw some of his highlights, he was still passing the ball out. Like, jeez. Wait, is this a cup today? Is it like a cup? S- No. Right. Kick off then. Wunderbar, let's go. Oh, so even if we win, we do a penalty shootout? That feels like a charity match. Oh, let's go then. Is Timber playing for them? Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, the whole idea of doing a penalty shootout, especially if you've lost by like 5-6 nil, which can happen in pre-season. I mean, it can happen to United anyway. Liverpool flashbacks. So yeah, I can't imagine they'll be thrilled about the idea of having to do a bloody penalty shootout no matter what. That's ridiculous. Like I can get it for like a charity match with old players or like bloody the sidemen charity match. Sure, let's do a penalty shootout at the end, no matter the result. But for a pre-season friendly between two professional sides, I can't imagine that goes down well in the dressing room. Oh, what a ball! Good Ed Martinez. Yeah, it's such an odd thing that small players tend to get headers in the box a lot more than you'd expect. Like Lissandro Martinez gets his head on the ball all the time, and then equally you've got thingy Sadio Mane always used to get his head on the ball constantly, like so much. Sterling, when he was at City, always at the back post getting his head on it. It seems like a really odd phenomenon where these small players always somehow get their head on the ball. Maybe it's just bad centre back. Well, Lissandro Martinez is a centre back, but yeah, odd. Do you reckon Arsenal will play their Native American? I shouldn't. Who is it? Matt Turner, is it? Their goalkeeper in the second half. Jesus. Marco Silva. Can't confirm whether he's moving to Saudi Arabia for 40 million in a 2-year deal. I mean, that's next level, isn't it? When they start like poaching managers from the Premier League, that goes to another level, doesn't it? Because I can't imagine a manager's ever gonna like. How many years do you reckon a manager would have to do to in the Premier League to get 40 mil? You know what? I don't often hear that much about managerial contracts. Like, it's usually more about the time that they've gotten rather than the money. We obsess more about the money over players rather than managers. Yeah, I'd like to see what that number is. Oh my God, Bruno's in. Anthony, Jesus Christ, you are a buffoon. You are an absolute buffoon. It's on his favoured left foot. How does he not bury it? He just completely scuffs it and drags it wide. How has he done that? Bruno does brilliantly to guard the ball. He's completely open and just oh, there's just no connection to it. That's ridiculously bad. That if he really wants to come out and show that he's not a flop, he can't be doing that in pre-season. Can't come on. It's a simple shot from outside the box. At least get it on target, or even hit the defender. Don't scuff it and drag it wide. Not on your favoured left foot either. It's interesting that Manchester United haven't done well in the first half of the last two pre-season games when they've had their strongest team on the pitch. They've only actually scored when they've had the kids on. So that's not necessarily the best omen. Saka on the ball. See, this Saka-Odegaard connection is actually quite worrying. They are two brilliant players. Is Declan Rice playing? Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he? Oh, so it's Rice against Mount in the middle of the park. I've not even noticed that. I think 2 years ago, looking at that friendship, yeah, you know what? That is a really big positive because last oof, because last season United just sat back loads. They just sat back constantly, and it's so good to see him pressing because obviously that's what Ten Hag was known for. Like that was his style, like high press, energetic, playing through the lines, and they are playing Ten Hag's style so much better in the last two preseason games. So obviously there's a pinch of salt there. Jesus. Martinelli does enjoy rolling about the floor a bit, doesn't he? What a phony. That is the first time I've ever used the word phony. Yeah, going back to Mason Mount and Declan Rice, I think 2 years ago, if you'd have said out of that best friendship, who's going to be the better player in 2 years, you'd have said Mason Mount, I think. But it's Declan Rice by a mile now. Like, it's not even a question. Get in there, Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka has gotten so much better on the ball. Oh. Handball. Jesus. Mason Mount, I tell you what, Mason Mount has had a lot of pressure over the last few days with these weird highlight reels of mistakes that he's not even made. Like other players have made those mistakes and put him in a bad situation, but he is playing brilliantly now. Brilliantly might be a bit of a that might be too much, but he's playing well. Does Garnacho kind of lose his magic now that he's got a contract? Because he was playing brilliantly, sure, but he was playing for a contract. Does he kind of lose a bit of that oomph about him now that he knows he's got his money? Good block, Martinez. Yeah, to be fair, Arsenal should have scored there, by the way. Absolutely should have scored. I don't know. It just depends what kind of mentality he has done it. I think there's been quite a few instances of players getting their money and kind of sitting off. See, Tom Heaton is not a bad keeper. He might be old and he might now be the third keeper at Manchester United, but he can still save a bloody ball. Jeez. How old is Tom Heaton? He can't be that old. How old is he? Oh, he's 37. So yeah, end of his career, but sure, goalkeepers last a long bloody time. That's a terrible ball from Mount. Sorry, I take everything I said about Mason Mount back. I tell you what, Sancho's pressing though. I'm impressed. Not by his gameplay because he's not playing like he hasn't played great in a while, but he's pressing and he hasn't done that for a while. Right? Arsenal slowing the game down. They know they're in danger. Maybe. New Jersey. I thought they were in New York. Oh, America confuses me. I don't really understand where everything is and why they say certain things. Oh, Shaw versus Saka out on the right hand side. Who wins? I reckon it's Luke Shaw, you know. Yep, blocks it. Well done, Shaw. And gets fouled by Rice, but Jesus, that was Martinez tried to block off Nketiah, but just didn't have any good footing on the ground. Lord, that's a foul, surely. Oh, Mason Mount going in for the tucked in number 7 look. Gives me David Beckham vibes. Early David Beckham 7 vibes. Tell you what, he's doing a good job, that Kobe Mainu. Like, not as like a world beater, but he just looks professional. And I know he is a professional player, but like he doesn't look like a kid. Go on there. Go on, Luke. I hope Luke Shaw has a good season again because he had a good season last year. Showed that his season before was a blip, but he can't keep yo-yoing. Needs to prove that he's one of the best left backs in the world because he is on his day. And we're back to normal, going straight back to the keeper from a corner. Go on, Wamba. Tell you what, I am so impressed with Wan-Bissaka's ball playing ability now. Like, how do you get that good in just a season? Like, how does he? Do you have that much of a ball playing change? Jesus, Luke Shaw's played 10 seasons at United. That means he's old. How old is Luke Shaw now? Is he 30? He's 28. Oh yeah, he moved at 18, didn't he? I thought he started at Southampton at 18. So as soon as I compliment Wan-Bissaka, he goes and puts it out. Oh my god! On the MUTV coverage, you can hear the Americans in the background going, right there, right there. Oh, come on, come on. Oh my god, it's annoying. When do you think the first chant of "I believe that we will win, I believe that we will start? Or defense? Are we going to get those chants started? I mean, I'll enjoy it. It'll be funny. Apparently, Avram Glazer is in the crowd. Well, he won't be in the crowd, but he might be in attendance. Dangerous times, but I suppose he knows that he's not actually in England, so he's not in as much risk. Fernandez. Booking ref. I know it's a friendly, but he's just pulled Fernandez back. Jeez. Oh, Mason Mount's just been taken out, and Sancho's been taken out. Tell you what, I know they're called gunners, but you're not supposed to take everyone down. Bloody hell. Urian Timber, the United rejecter. Is Hoyland going to be a decent number 9 for United? If he comes. Oh, then Sancho's actually dribbling past people. What? What? Bloody hell. Rafa Varane's being booed. What? Oh, Sancho. Sancho just telegraphed a pass into Anthony on the edge of the box rather than crossing one when we had three people in the box. What is this? That's a foul again. There you go. Jesus, guys, do they not remember it's only a friendly? And it's Yuri and Timber again. Get him in the book. How many chances does he want? Bloody hell. Do you reckon Eric Ten Hag brings Onana on for the penalty shootout? I would rate it if Ten Hag did bring Onana on for the penalty shootout at the end, because it's clearly completely separate to the game. So why not? Be a kind of funny introduction. Oh, Wan-Bissaka making a run through the middle. What am I watching? Jesus. What is this? And he also almost brought it down really well. Oh, Bruno. Who's that? Anthony. Oh, plays it too hard. Honestly, I hate hearing rival fans call, our players flops, but Anthony might actually be one. Because what is that pass? Jeez. Oh, what a tackle by Martinez. How can you have such little legs but still be able to nick the ball away? Bloody brilliant. He's just next level, isn't he? Quite literally, he's shorter than everybody else. Oof. Martinelli's cooking Kobe Mainu. Sorry, Kobe Mainu. And Wan-Bissaka nicks it. Oh, little bit of cheek by Wan-Bissaka. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Such a good defender. Long, spindly legs. Do you reckon if you had like 100 chances to get past Wan-Bissaka, how many times would you get past him? I'm gonna say zero, because not only am I not that good at football or dribbling, I'm also quite slow and fat. But you people might be decent football players. How many times do you get past Wan-Bissaka if you've got 100 chances? Might put that on a YouTube short. Let's write that down. All right, corner to Arsenal. Okay, saying Saka on the. Ooh, Saliba on the wing, and he's put a decent ball in the box, just a little bit high for him. Hey, I tell you what, Tom Heaton, he's giving me real backup goalkeeper vibes. Why not? He's a seasoned veteran. Are we really going to have Tom Heaton as our Scott Carson? I don't think so. He's too good for that. Scott Carson wasn't ever good enough to be a proper number one for a Premier League team. Oh, so this is a fake football stadium. Mikel Arteta's got such a weird face, man. And I know that's me speaking, and I've got a very weird face, got fat and a wonky face, but his eyes look like he's seen a lot. Looks like he's been through some stuff. Looks like he might be a little bit undead, actually. All right. It's quieting down a little bit. Oh, is that Kobe Mainu up on the wing? Jesus, Fernandez. Fernandez! Come on, what a goal! Cutting in from the right hand side, left footed shot right into the net. What a goal! Get in there. Come on, Bruno. What a way to show that you're the new United captain. Jeez. I know. It's a good goal and all. It actually was a really good goal. Kobe Mainu going up from centre mid out onto the wing. What a call. What a goal. No, right. They're saying I hate it when commentators, right, who never played goalkeeper, was always a player, start criticizing goalkeepers for what they should and shouldn't save. They have no idea how hard it is to be a goalkeeper. They have no idea what, like, if the ball's like powered at them and it bounces just in front of them as well, or just in front of them on the stretch. They have no idea what that's like. They've never tried to do it. So you really need to shut up. Because sure, criticize the players all you want because you played that position. But how are you criticizing a goalkeeper when you've never properly played that? It's just annoying. Personally, because I've never played anything, I feel like I can criticize without anybody really taking me too seriously because who really cares? He could have saved it, but lots of things go into whether he could have saved it or not. Bruno cut in from the left, which means players would have darted in front of his vision. He did hit it very powerfully, which makes it harder. It did bounce just in front of him, which makes it harder. But yeah, he didn't save it. So what can you do, eh? You can't deny that Ramsdale's a very good keeper. He is. He's one of the best keepers in the Premier League. Jesus. You know, when they pan to the fans in the stadium, they really don't look like football fans. And I know they're not football fans, are they? But they look American. They are American, I know, but they just look American. They've got that kind of like weird, excitable look, which only comes with Americans because football fans in the UK have two settings. They have pissed off or ecstatic, whereas American sports fans are excitable and dancey. They enjoy a little boogie on the jumbotron. You know, I doubt if you brought a jumbotron into English football, you'd get many people dancing. Like, imagine trying to do a dance competition in the middle of halftime at bloody Craven Cottage. Jesus Christ. But these American fans, they love a bit of a boogie. They love a kiss cam. What's that about? Forcing people to kiss in front of you. Absolute wrong-uns. Oh, you're offside, Sancho, by a mile. Tell you what, this press in the midfield by our defenders is actually quite interesting to watch. Oh, that's not a penalty. Nah, that's not a penalty. Wan-Bissaka's just tried to wall the ball off, and the other player's too strong for him. That's all that's happened there. Tell you what, if it really is that hot down there, it's a good start to the preseason, isn't it? Getting a sweat on. Oh, Nketiah. Oh, bloody hell. Luke Shaw is just. If he stays on top of it, if he stays on the best of his game, he can actually solidify his status as one of the best left backs in the world. But that's his problem. He's just terribly inconsistent. He just can't keep on the pitch. And sometimes when he does play, you just forget he's playing. He's not overlapping like he usually does. When he takes the ball, he just gives it away, turns back and passes it back to the centre backs. When he's confident, he's playing so well, constantly overlapping, darting into the midfield, like making those driving runs, playing balls into the box, like with pinpoint precision. He plays incredible when he's on his day, but you don't always get that, and it's unfortunate because you know England is the birthplace of football, and it's nice to see some of those English players be the best in the world. Oh, Sancho goal! I know I've been criticising him, but what a goal! Massive mistake from bloody Gabriel, whatever his name is. Terrible mistake. But Sancho shows a bit of speed, pushes it on again, and fires it up into the top corner. What a goal! Oh my God, United are actually playing well. That's awful. That's an awful. He goes to try and clear it. That's horrendous. But what a strike! Yeah, our predictions are out the window, Tom. Um, what a brilliant strike! He properly fires it into the top corner, doesn't he? That's the only way you score from that angle. Only way you score from that angle is going top of the roof. Jesus. And to be fair, football wise, he should have squared it to Garnacho, get that lovely KSI sweaty goal, but he didn't. But he scored. If he absolutely belts that over the top of the bar, Sancho's in hot water again. So, that's the margins in professional football. That it is that small. Martinez really does put his head where some people won't put their feet. It's ridiculous how confident he is in just throwing his body into places. Yeah, to be fair, that was a poor mistake from Gabriel though. You can throw that up down to rust. I think it's just a. He's just. I don't know why he's gone to just clear it first time. Oh, what do you reckon? Rashford gets on and scores a hat trick in the second half against this lot then, yeah? Playing like absolute awfulness. I tell you what, Kobe Mainu is really impressing me. I'm not scared when he's on the ball at all. Sometimes with Garnacho or Rashford or Sancho, I'm scared when he's got the ball at his feet. But with this kid, you know he's going to keep it and you know he's going to make the right pass. Anthony, decent shot on target, but he just hits it right down the throat of Ramsdale. Jesus, I can't believe United are playing this well. Watching Arsenal play the other day, I know they played the MLS All Stars, but I just thought that they'd blow us away, but they really haven't. Oh, Nketiah's down. He's hurt his arm. Oh no, he's not. Jesus. I am impressed with United's pressing though. Like pushing up from that's not a foul. He didn't push him over, did he? But yeah, that first press from midfield, and then all of a sudden, as soon as that ball comes into the midfield of Arsenal, the defence have pressed and won the ball back. It's a dangerous game, but they're playing it brilliantly. It's almost a press and an offside trap all in one. Oh, what a pass! That's a fantastic run by Bruno and a great pass by Anthony. That's a shoulder barge. Has everybody just forgotten about what the shoulder barge rule is? Lord Almighty! I'm actually stunned. I did not expect this to happen. Tell you what, Martinez is skating on thin ice with some of these calls. You know what might be a healthy little bet is United for clean sheets. I mean, Arsenal are going to score here, of course they are, because I've just said that. Oh my god, that's is that Mason Mount violently defending Martinez. They had a proper little bout last year. Wow, I'm impressed. Martinez and Mount have become friends fast. I don't think he won the ball. Lissandro Martinez is one of the only players that can get a yellow card in the first half of a preseason game. Hey, I tell you what, Manchester United clean sheets in the Premier League 23-24 might be a brilliant bet. You know what? I might look at the odds. English Premier League, right? Outright. Oh, so uh, they don't have such a thing as clean sheet bets. Apparently, that's annoying. Anthony almost giving the ball away again. Oh, go on, Garnacho. United just coasting until the final, well, the half-time whistle. Oh, what beautiful, beautiful little pass from Wan-Bissaka there. Ooh. Jesus, how close was he? Oh no, it's not that close. All right, half time, 2-0 to Manchester United. Who'd have thunk it? Jesus. So who do we reckon's coming off? Is it going to be a full 11 change or is it going to be 45? Are some players going to get more? Oh, Ten Hag's having a little bit of a. Bruno's just pulled Eric Ten Hag away. He's just, oh, leave it, mate. Leave it, mate. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, mate. Ah, well then. That was an interesting first half. Yeah, Arsenal aren't as good as they have been. Clearly, they had a very strong lineup and they gave one goal away. And Bruno had an excellent shot from outside the box. Maybe Ramsdale should have saved it, but he didn't. So let's move on. And you know what? Arsenal don't even look likely to score. They look nowhere near likely to score. I'm more impressed by United's defence. Their defensive abilities is like, oh, well, they should bloody stick get the finger out and start playing then, shouldn't they? Like, I'm at a loss for words, Tom, if I'm honest. I'm at a complete loss for words. I did not expect United to play that way. Is this indicative of what is gonna happen? Who knows? See, I don't know if everybody is gonna come off because players like Mason Mount have played 2 lots of 45 minutes anyway. So I'm gonna say like Mason Mount, Sancho, Anthony, Varane, Martinez. I'm gonna say they play 60 minutes because like it would be they need to get those minutes off. I mean, yeah, we need to get Rashford on. Take Garnacho off. I mean, he's had some good spells, but he's not played at all this preseason already, and he needs to. Rashford needs to get minutes too. Get Rashford on. Yeah, Donny, get on. See what he can do. Has he got a chance to save his United career? Can Donny van der Beek actually save this Manchester United career that he's done absolutely nothing? Garnacho can't, but Garnacho hasn't played. Like, Garnacho hasn't played the first 2 preseason games, so he only needs to do 45 minutes, and Rashford does 45 minutes. Yeah, put Sancho on the right. He'll bring somebody else on, I think. Garnacho won't play more than 45. I don't think. I mean, I'm not Ten Hag. But that's the way he's doing it. The new players that this will be their first preseason game will play 45 minutes. The players that are more likely to be first team starters that have already played preseason games, I reckon will stay on. So I reckon Van der Beek comes in for Donny. Donny plays the 8, Mason plays the 10. I reckon Casemiro probably comes on for Cobby. Is that how you say his name? Is it Cobby or Kobe? They keep saying Cobby. I reckon Cobby comes off for Casemiro. And maybe Dallo for Wan-Bissaka, but I reckon Wan-Bissaka will play the 60 minutes. Maybe Luke Shaw. I reckon that defence stays. Maybe a goalkeeper change. Who knows? I mean, Onana's not playing, so who are you going to have playing the goalkeeper? I reckon you just keep Tom Heaton in, to be honest, because let's face it, the others aren't going to play any Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup games. They're thinking of bringing in a backup goalkeeper, aren't they? From Japan, is it? Like some Japanese goalkeeper to play backup. So yeah, why not? Why not have those players play 60 minutes? Have your defensive line play a little bit longer because they've been around for a long time. Maybe Luke Shaw, that's the one. Luke Shaw has only just come back, hasn't he? So maybe bring that young lad on, Fernandez with a Z. Maybe we'll bring him on for 45. But did you see the news about Charlie Savage? He is off. Well, leaving Manchester United. Where's he going? Let me find it. Despite slating Fabrizio Romano a few podcasts back, despite absolutely slating him, I still go to him for all my transfer news. So I probably shouldn't have a go at him too much. Right, where is it? Charlie Savage. I'm having to scroll a long way back. I'm sure it was today. Where does he? Oh, he joins Reading on a permanent deal. So we'll have a sell-on clause and an option to match any bids in the future. That's a decent thing. You met right, what did you say? Cubby. Oh, you sat next to her at the youth cup final. That's pretty sick, that. Right, I'm going to say it. Cubby. Is that right? Or Cobby? Is it an E? Like E? You are making an absolute fool out of me. Jesse Lingard news. Let me guess. Has he gone to Saudi Arabia after complaining about the fact that players are going to Saudi Arabia? Who's put out the Jesse Lingard news? I've seen the Jordan Henderson move, 12 million plus to go to bloody Al. I'm gonna get this right. Al Ettifaq. That's a tough name. That's a tough name. Al Ettifaq. Jeez. Yeah, what's happened to Jesse Lingard? J-Lings FC. Oh, is that the one you were talking about in thingy? Let's see. J-Lings. Right, if I search J-Lings, is it going to come up? Former academy graduate Jesse Lingard has started a new football team, J-Lings FC, based in South Manchester area. Will be holding trials for players to join soon. Tom, should we go try out? Like, should we actually go try out for J-Lings FC? Should we get Joe together? Should we do a vlog? Right, let's do a vlog. Let's do a all sport vlog. Can we play for J-Lings FC? Let's actually do it. I reckon I could give him a good 2 minutes. Have you been watching a minute behind? I reckon I'm about 30 seconds behind. But yeah, jeez, that'd be sick. That actually, that'd be a good vlog idea. Right, let's put it down. Everybody who's here, the two people that are currently watching, and anybody who actually watches it. Hey, what are you talking about in there? I am a classic number nine, me. Get get me up front, stick it on my head. You're banging those goals in. I'm just watching this Sancho strike. I mean, yeah, it's a terrible mistake from Gabriel Margolese. Gabriel. But what a strike from Sancho. Like, for a player with hardly any confidence, he really smashes that into the roof of the net. That'll do a lot for him, that. Like, that'll help him so much. Because, let's face it, he's been struggling, and he? Like, not only has he been struggling with criticism, but like you can just tell the way he's like moving around the pitch. It doesn't look like he has any confidence in himself. So that's really nice to see. Who's been smiling in training? Jay Lings, or is it because Sancho? Sancho, all right. It's an odd one because as soon as you say it's something to do with mental health, people immediately assume depression. Um, because that's just the first thing that pops into it. But let's face it, these footballers can deal with a lot of different mental health problems, and I reckon anxiety is a massive one. Imagine like how high your anxiety must be playing for Manchester United and not playing particularly well. Like that must be so tough. And you get people were criticizing him putting on a little bit of weight and stuff. You get that with anxiety, anxious eating and everything. People were criticizing his hesitancy. I've criticized his hesitancy, and that comes from anxiety and underconfidence and stuff. I can imagine that's it more than him being depressed. Like he can still smile in training, and he might still have some issues, but yeah, United fans are, you know, well known for scrolling social media and taking any little insignificant thing and making it massive and significant. Yeah, it's not the best part of our fan base, but it helps them. It really does. It shows how eager, how keen Manchester United fans are that they actually just want to search for anything that's going to say that these players are getting better. But just because Sancho is smiling in a training session does not mean he's feeling any better. It feels really odd seeing Dennis Irwin old. Like, I know I didn't see him young. I was born in '97. I didn't see much of him. But, I grew up watching tapes of that era and how well he played and stuff. And to be honest, I have hardly seen him since, like, he retired and stuff. Top four prediction? Oh, God. Right, what's my top four prediction? I'm going to go, let me think about this. This is a hard one. Manchester City to win it. Come on, that's not tough. City will win it. I think Manchester United might come second. I really think we will. I mean, I know, Tom, that you are of the era of Manchester United fans that aren't used to winning, so you're unlikely to say that United will finish second. But I think we've got a good team, and I think we've finally got Eric Ten Hag playing the style of football he actually wants to play. So I think United will finish second. I think somehow somehow Arsenal are still going to be in the top four. I think they're going to finish fourth. I think Newcastle will finish third. I don't see Liverpool making substantial enough moves in the transfer market to challenge at all. Like they bought a few players that would help them in their midfield, but they've also gotten rid of about 5 midfielders, haven't they? I think there'll be a problem. Of course they will, but I don't think they'll get top four. Chelsea. Now, Chelsea's a tough one, innit? Who knows about Chelsea? Like, they're so unquantifiable, it's unreal. Who has any idea what they're going to do? Because they've got too many players to be able to tell what their plan of action is. So we might know a little bit more come the start of the season. The first 3 games of the season is probably a really good time to be able to predict the Premier League because you'll be able to see how teams set up. But right now, I'm leaving Chelsea out of the top four. So yeah, we will see. I think the second half is about to start. So important, I am going to go and get myself another beer, and we are going to start the second half. Back in a second. All right, boys, we are back. I tell you what, if any of you are ever broke, this session IPA from Aldi, it's a quid for a can. So obviously some of you might think that's expensive, but it's a really nice session IPA. And it's really nice to watch the football with. This is not a brand deal. Lock 10 Brewing Company, if you want to do a brand deal with us, get in touch, very open to. I'm sure the 6 viewers that we've got right now would really love, seeing a channel like us doing a bloody brand deal. But, chin chin. Right then. Second half. Who's coming out for United? So we got. Is it a complete change? Absolute complete change. Oh shit then. Okay, right, maybe right. You were wrong. You were right, Tom. I was wrong. It's a complete change. Oh my god, Harry Maguire's playing. I genuinely thought Harry Maguire had played his last game for United. That's massive. Is Johnny Evans playing? Or is that Lindelof? I'd have played Johnny Evans before I'd have played Maguire. Wouldn't you? Johnny Evans actually has a possibility of getting a contract for United this season. Maguire? Come on. Jesus. McTominay, Casemiro, Eriksen, Forson, Rashford, and Ahmad. Interesting. Have Arsenal changed much at all? It's a decent team, isn't it? Which is good, That's showing us having more of an ability to compete in all 4 competitions. Because the fact that we've changed all 11 players, have we changed the goalkeeper? I've not noticed. But the fact that we've managed to change all players on the pitch and we still somehow managed to end up with a decent team, that's good. Oh, Eriksen on the break. Eriksen making a run feels very odd. And he's lost the ball out of touch. Never mind. Ericsson looks more and more Scandi every time I see him. I tell you what, Ahmad, watching him for a few times. Obviously, I didn't watch the full season or whatever, but watching him a few times against, for Sunderland, he was actually really impressive. But you just don't know how that's gonna translate to the Premier League, do you? Can that translate to playing as a Manchester United player? There's a reason we don't buy from the Championship. Um, so yeah, he's excelled there, but can he stick around for a place in United? I mean, all all praise to him if he can, because it's a bloody hard thing to be able to do. But here he is on the ball, and he passes back. Never mind. Of all the forwards I thought would have been given a chance in this game, I wouldn't have thought it'd be that Forson, because I didn't see him do too much. Is that Harry Maguire getting a cheer? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with the world? Yeah, he cut the ball out. He did a good job, but he doesn't need a cheer. That's his job. Jesus, people put far too much praise on anything good that Maguire does. Because he's so crap, they're like genuinely ecstatic when he does something that he's supposed to do. It's ridiculous. He's an average centre back at best. Like, he's just been cheered for keeping the ball after grabbing it. No, Maguire's not got the armband. Jeez. No, he's not. He's not got the armband. Who's got the armband? I'm going to guess it's Casemiro, but I'm not sure. Or it might be Rashi. No, Casemiro's not got it. He speaks a bit of English now, Casemiro. Because you can see him on the United social, but he clearly speaks very like laddish phrases that I don't think will. It's not necessarily eloquent, but I can imagine you pick up the like football terminology quite quickly because it's shouted around the pitch so much by everybody. I genuinely can't see who's got the armband. Can anybody tell me? How is Brandon Williams still playing? You're right, yeah. All right. How's he offside there? Right. Come on, guys. Help me out here. Who's captain? Do you reckon it's on do you reckon it's on the bloody MUTV thing? Nah, it doesn't say on MUTV who the captain is. Yeah, it's Casemiro. The captain's Casemiro. Which makes sense. No, it is Casemiro. He's got the armband on. Yeah, it makes sense. He's the most natural leader, isn't he? And he can clearly communicate with them. I guess he can speak Portuguese, Spanish, and probably a little bit of English. So your captain's probably better being a foreign player now. Arsenal should have scored. Yeah. Because let's face it, English players can't communicate well with foreign players because they're just so crap at being able to talk other languages. So so yeah, Casemiro is probably the best shout actually. If he has got a grasp of English, he can already talk Spanish and Portuguese. I don't think I've ever seen a player more hyped up than Nketiah. Like Arsenal do really well at hyping up these players that are just all right. Like he's a decent little player. Like he'd play well in any other Premier League team. Like it's not a bad thing. But oh, Ahmad, go on, Ahmad, go on. Jesus, the MU. To be fair, I do. I don't mind watching the MUTV stuff because you can tell that they just like don't need to bother with biases. Like they can just be completely biased. Like they just do not care. They're evidently United all the way, and they're just slating the other team. It's brilliant. Oh, a bit of interplay. Eric's and Ahmad gives it away. You know what? It's probably a bit sad for Donny not getting on the pitch. Yeah, he hasn't played well, has he? He should have defended against Gabriel coming back to get him. You know, it's interesting that Arsenal haven't made a complete change. You know, they've played just as many pre. I think they've played one less preseason game than us. Um, Clearly, they think winning this is important for some inexplicable reason. It's really not. Oh, the low. Do you reckon now that Maguire is no longer the captain, is he going to get better? Is he gonna like relieve that pressure? Oh, Ahmad's down anyway. That's not good. Yeesh. Yeah, no, less pressure. He's holding it onto his ankle. I'm hoping he's just been hit on it rather than he's pulled anything. Yeah, I think Maguire just needs to get out the headlines probably because the mistakes he was making were coming from a confidence thing, and clearly the headlines and stuff were weighing on him. So yeah, maybe it will help him, but I still think he shouldn't be at United. I think I don't think he's good enough. Yeah, so they've still got Declan Rice on, Odegaard, Saka, Gabriel. They've hardly changed, have they? They haven't changed at all. They clearly think that this is really important to win. What utter That's kind of pathetic, to be honest. It's a little bit pathetic. You know what? I think you're right. I think Arsenal is a lot more about managing your fans than actually playing well. Good block, Ericsson. And Maguire almost making a mistake again. McTominay taking it down the line. Fair play, son. See, he was playing golf at the Scottish Open last week. It must be great to be a footballer, and despite the fact that you're not a great golfer, still being invited to do things like that. Like, how sick would that be? Just like, being a, what, 10 handicap and still showing up and playing on the Open? Jeez. Oh, Ahmad's gone off. Yeesh, that's not great, is it? He could have done with the time to get into it and settle in. You know what? That might be a shout actually. Palestri last season came on a couple of times and did some incredible things. Played really well, like created some really good chances for us. So I don't know. Is it better for him to go on loan this season to another Premier League team and experience the Premier League without having the jeopardy of losing points from Manchester United, or does he need Manchester United minutes? Does he need a chance to show himself off in the red of Manchester? I know, mate. Ahmad. Are there going to be any more goals in this game? Because honestly, I'm getting a bit bored now. Tell you what, Maguire's really trying to prove himself, isn't he? So fair play to him. He's pushing up. He's doing the pressing from the back. He's giving it a go. You know what? I've not heard anything from Rashford ever since he came on at half time. Not heard his name, so it's never a good sign. I don't know whether I like a midfield of McTominay and Casemiro. How long are Arsenal going to keep these players on? It's 61 minutes. Who's got the passionate midfield? Us or them? Tell you what, we're playing really well. Yeah, to be fair, Casemiro and McTominay are a very passionate merchants. Although Casemiro is also one of the best defensive midfielders of all time, so I'll take that back. Yeah. I don't. I still it's like it's just people argue that McTominay's better going forward, and I can see that, but whenever he apologies, it's getting late, I know, but whenever he plays in that situation, he always tends to drop back anyway. I don't just I think McTominay's time's up as well. Maguire and McTominay, like there are better situations out there for them. I know the money is a massive thing, but I mean there was talk of Maguire and McTominay for Newcastle. Surely they can pay more than we can. I mean, they might not want to pay more than we can because they're a lot better run, but come on, you can still find a decent bloody place. I like Fred. I think Fred would be a good one to keep, but because he is likable and because he does do a certain kind of job. Oh, we're on the break. Oh, Rashi just missed it. He was offside anyway, but that's bad. That's bad. That's sad. That he should have put that in no matter what. Oh, Rashi. Right, he needs to get a goal now to get that out of his mind. Nah, he's a striker. He'll get over it. He has to. Strikers miss a lot more than they score. Oh Jesus! I've just got a message saying that lineups are available for Chelsea and Brighton. Do they start at midnight or something? They're all in America, aren't they? Jesus. What are we saying for the Wrexham game? Is that a game that United actually try on? Who's going to get a run out against Paul Mullin and that? It'd be interesting to see if he. Yeah, I know. Be interesting to see if he puts out any of the first team. Like, yeah, I'm not getting up for 3 a.m. to watch United play against Wrexham. Um, see what date the bloody Real Madrid game is. I might do it for that. See Bellingham and that. Havertz missing goals for Arsenal just as he did for Chelsea. Oh, it's good to see, isn't it? It's nice to watch. Oh yeah. To be fair though, Tottenham Stadium looks sick. It looks like a proper day out. I would love to go. That'd be sick. But the fact is, when you're there, you have to watch Tottenham. It's a bit of a downer, isn't it? Oh my god, I can't remember that game. I went to I went to United the United Tottenham game at Old Trafford when we won, the day that Ronaldo stormed out of the stadium. I went to that. Um, but yeah, no, I don't. Hey, tell you what, Lindelof is going to be an excellent backup centre back this season. He's going to play really well. Jesus, I've not heard from Ben White all this time as well. Has Yuri and Timber come off? Who's this? If who's not number one, what was I talking about? Lindelof. That's a load of rubbish. He he needs to accept his situation. He's an excellent centre back. He is a really good centre back. People shouldn't be able to deny that. Hardly ever made many mistakes. He's cool as a cucumber. His nickname is the Iceman, but that's because he's from Scandinavia. But like, he's not world class though. And if you want to play at this level and not be world class, you have to accept that you're a third string centre back. But what you should realise is, yeah, but let's face it, he's gonna play a lot because Varane's not gonna be able to stick around all season. He's made of tissue paper. Like Varane is going to play 30 games this season. I reckon that position is Varane and Lindelof's to split. Because like, why wouldn't it be either? Like, he's gonna get the Carabao Cup games, the FA Cup games, and probably half a season of Premier League football at Manchester United. That is a very good deal for a player that isn't world class. Like, I think you need sometimes you're going to be rich. He's rich anyway. Sometimes you need to think about your legacy and do you really want to just play 90 minutes like non-stop at Brentford, or do you want to be in contention for titles and cups at Manchester United playing half the minutes? Go on, Marcus. Well, I mean, we won a cup last year. We can push for a title this year. The team's good enough. Like, the only thing standing in our way is City. How much can City do? Like, if they start to mess up, which I'm honestly thinking they might, just because of how many players they're selling. Um, they're clearly trying to get out of FFP trouble. So there might be a situation where we could actually be in title contention. I tell you what, here's your lookalike, Tom. Tom Emil Smith Rowe, you lookalike coming on with 20 minutes to go. Imagine we win the Champions League with Onana now. That I don't know. You know what? It's impressive that you can play football and type in the chat at the same time. Well, it's New Jersey. Oh my god. Harry Maguire forgot that this is now a football pitch and not an American football field. He's absolutely rugby tackled into the back of him then. Jesus. He's destroyed Odegaard. He's just flew into him. Arteta needs to shut up. He's just got a yellow card. It's a yellow card. It's not a red card. He's just gone into the back of him. Shut up, you absolute fool. He got a yellow card. See, this is the thing. When the referees are talking to these players and they're complaining after a player's gotten a yellow card, like all you can say is he got a yellow card. Yeah, but it's terrible tackle. He got a yellow card. Shut up. And out. I don't think we're going to see another goal, guys. All right. Odegaard's still playing. It's the 74th minute. Jesus. It hit his face. He's given a handball and he shot it straight at the face. I mean, it's still football, isn't it? He's still got to be like, he's just whacked it straight against his face. He's got concussion protocol now, and he's given a handball. Jesus Christ, these refs. Apparently, refs are universally crap. Absolutely ridiculous. How can you, when you're meters away from him, he's been rocketed against his face, and you give a handball? Ridiculous. Well, yeah, he has to go off. It's just been. I tell you what, we've not heard Palestri's name ever since he came on, have we? Not good for our young wingers. We didn't really hear much of Garnacho. We didn't hear anything from Ahmad before he went off. And we've not heard from Palestri. Oh, Trossard just did Rashford badly. Oh, what a cat. Good coming for the ball there, Tom Heaton. Jesus. Maguire just playing the ball into absolutely nowhere yet again, proving that he's not a Man United player. Oh, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Oh, Casemiro, not again. He just gets constantly called for fouls, and that's not a foul. He got the ball perfectly fine. There's 12 minutes left, and we're having a drinks break. Can this referee not count? Does he not know what halfway between of 45 minutes is? 12 minutes left. They're about to do a penalty shootout. Let them cool down by it then. Yeah, you really can tell that this crowd is American. What a stadium, though. How many people can get in that? Is that like 100,000 seater or something? Some of these stadiums in America are incredible. I mean, in all fairness, they have a population of like 350 million, so fair play. But like their their college football stadiums sometimes seat 80,000. It's ridiculous. Right, let's see. Last 10 minutes. Can Arsenal come back? No, they don't look likely. Yeah, I think I will stay live for the penalty shootout. To be fair, depends how long it takes. To be honest, because the end of this game isn't necessarily that exciting at the minute, so that might send me to sleep. I'm surprised that Matt Turner hasn't been brought on in front of his home crowd. Jesus, Lindelof doing a bloody pirouette. Bloody hell. Prima ballerina over here. Again, you've not heard much from this foursome either. 45, well, 35 minutes he's played now. Here he is. Go on, take the ball, son. And he loses it. I'm not seeing much talent from our youth at the minute, which isn't fun. The one thing you can't take away from McTominay is that he's a workhorse. Jesus, these Americans that are whooping down the commentary. Honestly. Who was the last American player to play for United? Was it the goalie? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, there is 4. Right. Here is a list of American players who have played for Manchester United. James Brown, the most vanilla white man's name ever. James Brown played for Manchester United for 41 appearances, 1932 to 1934. Then Edward McIlvenney played twice for Manchester United, 1950 to 1953. Then Tim Howard played 77 games for Manchester United, 2003 to 2007. He was the last player to play for Man United. And Jonathan Spector played 8 games for United, 2003 to 2006. You know what? It's spelt slightly differently, but it'd be a nice story, wouldn't it? It's like McIlvenney rather than, I think it's Elhenny, isn't it? Who knows? Inspector. Oh, Palistri. Palistri, you need to square that, buddy. You need to square that. You're not Jadon Sancho. I mean, Jadon Sancho's hardly Jadon Sancho anymore, but you're not Jadon Sancho, darling. You need to square that. Oh, God. That wasn't good. Right. Is Rashford going to get one here or not? Oh, he has got the curse of the pink boots on. The pink boots. So's Dallo. Although I suppose Messi had pink boots on last night. And he had a pole pink kit on. Played alright, didn't he? But that is literally the GOAT of football, so there's that. Jesus. Maguire into Dallo. Come on, let's get a goal. Let's finish on a high, eh? Go on, Rashi. Rashford just proper backed off. Like, it's pre-season, just have some fun, go run for it, go for the byline, try and get past him. Why are you backing off in pre-season? What a ball. Rashford's still out on the wing. We've not got a number 9 on the pitch. Rashford's still out on the wing. That's fun. Hey, some of these balls we're playing. Dallo, go and get that ball. Why are you just allowing that to fall to an Arsenal player? Jesus Christ. Oh, ridiculous. Bloody hell. Oh, so McTominay is now playing as our number 9. Is that Eric Ten Hag's plan now for McTominay to play our number 9? We'll have Højlund come in, the 20-year-old who is completely unproven. Yeah, sure, he's played well in but he's Serie A for a team without another number 9. But is that our entire plan? We'll play Højlund and McTominay up front. Jesus. So, although I did read something interesting today to say that once we finish selling Elanga and that, our FFP limitations stop being from 125 million and bounce up to 250 million. So does that become the new budget? Do we sell a couple of players and then go in for Harry Kane? Because I think Osman's being priced out of a move by Napoli. I'm pretty sure they're asking for like 150 million or something. So I think Kane's the only option, really. He's the only number 9 option out there. And I mean, he's a decent player in a Kane. So I'd say that's a decent shout. But it's interesting though. I'd like to look more into this FFP lark, because how does it work? How does us selling Elanga for 15 million take our budget from 125 million to 250? Like, I mean, I know Elanga's a decent little player, but that's an important sale if it happens. Oh my god. Why are we playing 4 minutes extra time? It's pre-season game. What, Tom? Why are we playing 4 minutes at a time? Is this referee American? Does he not know that you don't play added time in preseason games? Like, it's just not a thing. Like, what the hell? Why are we playing more time? I don't get it. It's just more time for our players to get injured. What's he doing? Jesus. Right, 2-0, 90 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left. I am plus penalties. Exactly, plus penalties as well. It's nearly midnight. Both of these teams are English teams. Don't play extra time. Bloody hell. So yeah, I think I am going to stay live for the penalties. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, please, can somebody misplace this ball now and let us have a shot from the halfway line? $82,000 people. So that's higher than it's higher than the capacity at Old Trafford, isn't it? 82. I think that's just the colour scheme of the stadium. Looks very great, and I think they've got quite, because it's a because it's a American football stadium, they have quite high kind of barriers between fans and stuff. And Arsenal just keep on fouling. We'll happily take this. This is all right. Don't worry. Hey Tom Smith Rowe just fouled somebody. What you doing, mate? What you doing? Keep your feet to yourself, bud. I mean, that was a waste of a pass. Is it good to have this penalty shootout now? Like, is it good for them to practice this? Because I don't guess you don't really get many chances to practice a penalty shootout against a competitive team in a stadium full of people without it meaning something really big. So I guess it could be quite good practice, you know. I tell you what, Palestri's also a little workhorse. All right, last 10 seconds. Come on, ref, get your whistle out. And there we go. Game over. 2-0 Manchester United. No goals conceded in our entire preseason so far. That is a nice omen. And now we have a penalty shootout. That'll be fun. I would really love it if they brought Onana on for this penalty shootout. What happens if they win in three goals? If they score 3 penalties and say United miss 3 penalties, that's it. Done. Over. See you later. Like what takes the piss a bit. Wow. Interesting, right? There we go. Just changing the name. We are now the penalty shootout stream, and we have a training exercise basically in front of 82,000 people. We've got United versus Arsenal penalty shootout. I don't know how this is going to work. Tom in the chat, do you know how this is going to work? Are they going to? Is it a normal penalty shootout, best of five, and then sudden death, or is it then going to be everybody gets to take a shot? Like, is it just a normal? Is it just a normal thing? I would happily have Ten Hag bring Onana on here. How good would that be? Like everybody's disappointed that he doesn't play the game, and then they bring Onana on for the final penalty shootout. That'd be pretty funny. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tom Heaton because he's literally getting ready for it. Um, I reckon Rashford goes third. But I'm very happy that Manchester United won that. I think it's important. Keep the momentum going, win against a decent competition. You know, Arsenal didn't field a bad team. They actually kept their first team for about 70 minutes, was it, before they started making changes? And United changed all of their team at halftime. That's a very big deal. Very big deal. So well done, United. Well done. Is United a potential like a title contender, I guess, this season? I think so, if I'm honest. They seem to be playing really well. They seem to know who they are as well. They seem to have that identity. They know they're a high pressing, pass through the lines kind of team, which is nice to see a team with a identity. Oh, is Rashford taking the first one? Here we go. Let's go. Or, or is it Forsen? I mean, can we get the better images, please? Oh, it's Casemiro. Fair play. Let's go, Cass. Hey, oof. What a penalty by Casemiro. You know what? It feels really odd to be watching a Man United penalty shootout without a ridiculous amount of nerves. Obviously, this means absolutely nothing, so this is kind of an interesting. This feels a bit odd. What's going on, guys? Right, Odegaard steps up. Let's see what happens here. Evidently, there's a lot of Manchester United fans in the crowd because Odegaard is getting a lovely little boo. Come on, sky it, darling. Gun it up into the air. Big run up. Good penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Stutter run up. Lovely little slot into the right hand side. Wunderbar. Yeah. Hey, everybody deserves to be called darling once in their life. Dallo. Lovely jubbly. In his pink boots. I'm gonna say he hits a crossbar. An unintentional crossbar challenge comes here. Yep, he went high. But was it bottom right? It was top right. Well, kind of. Well, I think it might have been middle right, actually. Yeah, kind of middle right. Oh, was that your prediction? All right, fair play, fair play. Right, who have we got next for Arsenal? I love hearing the fact that Arsenal are getting booed. It just shows you how much of a big club United are. They're in New York, for Jesus Christ's sake, Lord Almighty. But Arsenal are still getting booed. It's brilliant. Go on, Trossard. Short run up. Ooh, Tom Heaton almost got it. He was so close. Inches away. You know what? I might be turning my idea on this penalty shootout because actually, in what other situation do you get to have a pressure-free penalty shootout against good competition in a stadium of 80,000 people? That's when you think of, if you were a coach, you'd actually be like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Let's do that. Go on, Victor Lindelof. Straight down the middle. Smash it down the middle. Get in there. It doesn't take Bottle to go down the middle. It takes Bottle to go top corner. What are they talking about? Because if you go down the middle, you know you're getting it on target. If you go top corner, you can be embarrassed even more by just like putting it over the bar. Fabio Vieira. Oh, Tom Eaton. Yeah, I'd back a Tom Eaton penalty. Do you hear that cheer? Fabio Vieira just skied it over the ball. I tell you what, he gives that Vieira name a bad rap, doesn't he? He doesn't necessarily. Did you see Tom Heaton's little stutter like that? Um, yeah, he doesn't. He came over with this like he was the first signing of the season last year, wasn't he? And he came over with this big like thing about him. Oh, it's Vieira. It's a big name and stuff. But Rashford. Oh, that was cool. Nice. Very cool from Rashford. You know, since he missed at the Euros, I've always been quite like worried for Rashford when he steps up for penalties because he used to be so confident on penalties. But yeah, I mean, evidently that was just a tough day for him in at the Euros because that was cool as anything. Stutters up to the ball and just slots it in the bottom right, like nice little pass. It was just he did used to just batter them into the net, didn't he? But he's clearly just more confident than ever now. Tom Heaton is really trying to get in the Reds. I love it. Yeah, that PSG penalty was mental. I forgot Jorginho played for Arsenal. He is the king of that jump, to be fair. Right, so if United score, we win. Who is it? Do not tell me it's Maguire. Do not tell me it's Maguire. Who is it? Oh, it's Ericsson. Hey, there we go. We win the shootout. We win the match. Lovely jubbly. And it shows you how much it means that nobody's running in and jumping on. Nice little penalty shootout, that. We love it. Lovely jubbly. So, Manchester United versus Arsenal at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. I will take that because that was a decent little game. Arsenal didn't really bring as much as I expected them to. If I'm honest, I thought Arsenal was going to be a lot better than what they came with. They looked really unlikely to score. I don't know if that was because United have really worked on their defending. They were pressing really well, but oh, thanks, Tom. They were pressing really well, and yeah, Arsenal just couldn't seem to make it into that attacking third, whereas United really capitalised on those moments where they could score. And United clearly have that identity that they've not had for so long. United haven't known who they are. And for a long time, they said, this is the United way, the attacking way. And they were playing counter attacking football. So now they seem to really know who they are. They press from the back, they press from the midfield. They don't press as much from the front. So they know who they are. They know that that's not their style. They push up when the ball comes into the midfielders and comes into the attackers. They press hard, and they play the ball through the lines well and make that interplay well in the middle of the pitch. You know, I'm happy that United have kind of found that rhythm that they've got, and they're clearly playing well and defending really well. Arsenal might be out of the running for that top four prediction, Tom. I'm not entirely sure if I should judge them too much on this, but considering they played a full strength team, I really wasn't impressed. But we will see. Top four prediction. I am gonna go Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle. I think it will be a three-team race. I think Arsenal could get fourth. They could get fourth, but I think Liverpool will fight them for it. I don't think Arsenal will be anywhere near as dominant as they will be as they were last year. I thought they would be a lot better than they were today. I thought they'd have top four, solid, fine, but evidently not. And it makes a little bit more exciting times for the league, and it makes exciting times for us as sports content creators. We get another year to kind of rub it in the noses of Arsenal fans that they bottled their one chance at the league, which is always a good thing. So I think we're done and dusted for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's only you watching, Tom, at the minute. Oh no, we've got another person in. But yeah, I think that's it for the night. We've got United beating Arsenal comprehensively 2-0, beating them in so many ways, and also beating them in a penalty shootout, a completely random penalty shootout at the end of the game. So lovely jubbly. We will be back tomorrow with a Formula One stream, I believe, and a few more videos tomorrow will be coming out. So please make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Please make sure you are liking this video and going watching our other videos. And we will see you later. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.